Continuation to the last video we created, wherein we added the menu section and converted it from a regular jQuery menu to a menu which is dynamic, completely in Angular way, and linked it with the database. Now we'll be adding a profile section component to our website. So this is how the website looks like right now. Okay, and somebody commented that there is no contact form. Yes, we do have a contact form, it's just that I'm not showing it here. I believe we created one. Yes, it is there, but any of these things are not linked as of now to any of the backend. What all we have been using is simply in-memory database. So that is what normally is being used till the time you have the APIs ready to support a backend. So we'll be working on that separately, but this is there. So maybe we can add a link here on the top. Okay, let's continue. So in order to add the profile section, I have a new idea. We are going to use feature modules. So what are feature modules? Feature modules are a step ahead of a regular module. If we look at the list of components that we created, there are n number of folders. So as in when the application would start growing, there will be more components added, but this is not the way we should be organizing a big application, and this simply is not possible to do individual update of these components. So in order to do that, in order to maintain that, what we do is we create feature component, a component dedicated for a particular section of the website. Maybe like in this section we are going to implement user dashboard. So let's look at the example from the Angular website. The example shows a customer component. Like we can use this command ng generate module customer dashboard that would create a module like this, and for that particular module we can have more component, we can add more services, we can have more than one component, we can have the internal routing just specific for that component. So that also enables something called lazy loading. So that means until unless I'm going to access that particular component, none of the parts would be loaded, though the reference would be there in the main root component module, main root app module, but it will not load. So let's implement our user dashboard using this feature. So we can use this command ng generate module customer dashboard and replace it with user dashboard so as to generate the component module. Okay, let's look at the commands so that it's easy for us to follow. The next command is ng generate component. So here we are generating a component in reference to the customer dashboard module that we created. So this is the folder name which will get created, and this is the component name which is there. So and then we are importing this in the main app module, so that
एक तबला ऑर्डर करते हैं और क्रिकेट सीखते हैं। उसके बाद देखना से।
So in the app example, it is including the app module, the feature module in the main app module. So this is exactly what we are going to do. What we need the routing as well. So let's go a step ahead and look at lazy loading modules also. So lazy loading requires a feature module plus the routing, and there is an option that allows you to create a routing module. So let's say if I want to generate a module, a feature module with routing, I can directly use this command. So rather than using the previous command, we'll be using this one. So if we look at the lazy loading, you'll realize that there is routing module which is required in order to make it work. So we are going to use this command ng generate module customers routing. So instead of customers we need user dashboard, so we'll replace this with user dashboard. Okay, Let's go there. Okay, so instead of customers, let's add user dashboard. So this is going to generate a module, and within this module we are going to create more components. One will keep as a default component, and the other components we can use to incorporate more functionality. So let this complete. So it has completed now. Okay, so it created a folder called user dashboard, and within that folder we have our routing module, and then we have user dashboard module specification, then user dashboard module. So the main module, routing, everything got created now. So what we are going to do now, we are going to generate two components here. Let's generate component user dashboard. So within this folder I'm going to create user dashboard component. Meanwhile, okay, this happened so quickly, we have to search for an icon also. As you see in the final product video, we need an icon that would be visible on the navigation bar. Let's create another component called user profile icon. ng generate component user dashboard user profile icon. So this icon would be visible on the navigation bar. Okay, so this is done. So main part is done, routing is done. Let's implement the routes now and make some changes. So we are going to go to the code now. Let's start by including app modules. We'll go to app modules. Oh, I'm already in the app modules. So in the app modules I am going to add first the module. Let's add the module first. Import user dashboard module from user dashboard / user dashboard module. So this is included. Now let's copy this from here to the import list. Let's copy it here, comma. So just by including this module, automatically everything within that module exports list would be available to us. So let's save this. Let's go to routing. Let's add a new route. Let me add it here. So instead of pricing we need dashboard and dashboard and pricing component. So we do not need a component here. So there is another way to load, that's called load children. So we'll do load children and we'll add the component name. Okay, let me include the component here also. Import user dashboard module from user dashboard / user dashboard module. Okay, so load children and the module name. So this works normally, but there are multiple ways for this same syntax. I mean, for including a load children you have multiple syntaxes, but one that worked for me is like this one. So if I'll include it as a function, this one worked for me. Further, we'd want to protect this from unauthorized access. So let's do this. Can activate root guard. So we'll include the root guard service. Let's see if it is working for us. But before we do that, let's check our newly created module first. So here's the module file. So you see, currently it has declaration of 2 components, but it is not including exporting anything. But I want to export both of them. So let's copy this here, and I want to export. Exports user dashboard component, user profile component icon. So both the components I'm going to export. Okay, this is done. Let's look at the routing. We'll have to create a route for the dashboard component. We want this to be the default component, which becomes visible once someone follows this route. So we just need to add a path, blank, comma, component, and the name of the component. Name of the component is user dashboard component. Okay, let's put this inside brackets, and this is done. So our path is done. So ideally now if I do dashboard, it should come to this, and because every path maps to this dashboard component, we should be able to see the dashboard component. So this is done. Profile icon will create. Okay, let's create the profile icon also, and then we'll see. So for profile icon, I can take this code from we have testimonial section, right? So from the testimonial section, I can take this code. Okay, let's copy this section, and then I put this here. So instead of black code, let's change it to div, or maybe I just need an image, right? So this image, default user.jpg, just for the time being, for the testing purpose. I don't need comments, I don't need footer, I just need the image. So I think this is good enough for us to test if it is working or not. We don't need column 3, I don't need this plus, at least I don't need 3 columns. Testimonial classic is good enough for me. Let's add some style here itself. Okay, I want height to be 40 px, width to be 40 px, and vertical alignment to be middle. Okay, default user.jpg. Let's see if we have this file available. You can very well create this file. I am going to the asset folder. Here I have the asset folder, images and user images. Under user images, I have got default user.jpg. So this file, if you do not find this in the code, copy this file. Where to find this file? Create any file that you want of just to represent the default user icon. So I'll be including this in part of the code once I upload it to GitHub, but till that time, let's see what do we have. What we have not yet included this one. So let's go to the navigation bar, wherein we want this component to be visible. Okay, currently it is taking the default JPG image. We are going to replace it with some variable. So let's see if it is working for us first, and let's go to navigation. Under navigation component, This is my navigation bar menu, which is there at the top. This is my social icons. So what I want is, let's add the icon here. So this is app user profile icon component, user profile icon. That's it. Let's save this. I hope this is the same name and we are using it correctly. User profile icon, just to be sure. App user profile icon. Okay, app user profile icon. Fine, let's see. Okay, I don't see an error here. Oh, we have this icon, but it's somehow misplaced. Should ideally be here. So let's move it from here to here. Let's see. Still not there. We'll have to use some CSS to position it correctly here. So we'll do that now. Coming back to the code, let's change it with an anchor tag. Okay, and I can use router link as well. Router link, no, router link equals to last board. Okay, let it point to dashboard, and this is max height that I want. Okay, and what else? Let's see. Okay, let's change the position a little. Okay, okay, and let's adjust some more styling. Maximum height, this width will automatically be derived. Middle margin, zero. Okay, fine, looks good to me. And it has the link also. So if I click, it is showing 404 because it could not find the dashboard because there is a typo. DASHBOARD. So let's click this again, let it recompile. Hope it is recording. Yes, it is recording. So if I'll click this, it is asking me to log in. So let me just log in with test. So once we are logging in, it is showing something. It is on this URL, but nothing is visible because everything is under this, and nothing much we have added. So let's add to this thing now. So we only include the module in the main application, and we can access the sub components from that module. So let's add the code for the profile. Again, we are going to borrow some code from the existing pages. So let's do it. So part of the job is done. Now let's include the code for dashboard, actual dashboard. So we are going to replace this. Let's copy something from, let's say, from pricing. Okay, I'm going to copy everything from here and then paste it here. Okay, pricing table section. Okay, leave it. You can definitely create your own profile section basis the code you like, basis the designing that fits your requirement. But I'm going to use, just for this demonstration purpose, I'm going to use plain simple code which is already available to me. And now this is the row. Okay, now for this row I need 2 columns. Let's add div, and the class is call 3. Okay, 1 column of 3 and another one of 2, 3, just like we have here in service section. Where is the service section? Service content. Okay, we have a column 3 and column 3 and column 3. Okay, what was that? Clients blog. Okay, whatever that is, let's do it this way now. It's okay.
Hello.
So now here
Yes, sir.
never mind. Panel body, center. Okay, same thing I need here. I do not want to center it here. Okay, you are free to add the code that you like. I hope it is recording. Yes, it is recording. So next, let's copy things from testimonial component. We need an icon, so we'll utilize an icon thing. So let's copy this from here and to user dashboard. Okay, column 3 testimonial classic. I don't need column 3. I need testimonial classic class, ng4. We don't need this. Yes, this is something we need to figure out. Let's do it the temporary way right now. Default user.jpg. We can replace these things with name and bio. Okay, similarly we'll do something for the panel body. Let's copy things from the pricing component. Okay, we can have something similar to this. Okay, we can replace these things with the data from the user database. Okay, so we'll be replacing this, but for the time being, let's see if it is working well for us. I don't need currency here, so I can get rid of this. Okay, name, title, link. Okay, let's copy this link from here to here. So in the footer, and let's change the class to button, so it looks like button, and href. So we can change this to later on, but not now. We'll change this to sign out button. Okay, so let's write sign out. Sign out. Okay, let's compile this and see if we see anything better now. Okay, is it compiling? Oh, it's showing almost compiled, 95% done. I hope you guys are liking these video series. It means a lot to me, because only if you like it, then I'll keep adding. So I would say this is the very first level of doing things. This is completely not the way you should be doing things professionally. Professionally, we have much better things to do, much more things to do. So let's see, it's compiled. Okay, fine. So looks okay to me as of now. Alright, let's change this with some actual data. Alright, so we'll change this with some actual data by calling the user details, by getting the user details from the storage, local storage. Okay, let's do it. So let's replace this with user dot user image link. Okay, let's change this to click, and we'll click, put a function here, log out function. What else? Okay, let's write the name. So user dot name, first name space okay, user dot first name, user dot last name. Okay, I'm not sure if we have this in the database. Let's see what our database look like. We are going to in-memory data services. So in data services, I have ID, first name, last name, email, password. So we can choose what we want to display. So here it is, image, and what are we exporting? Okay, we are exporting image, first name, last name, bio, image, email. First name, last name, bios, image, email. We can also export role, but that's all up to you what you want to show. So coming back to our dashboard component, so I can mention user.bio, user.email, user dot, what else do we have? Okay, ABC. Okay, user dot email. Okay, let's remove this. We'll keep only one. User dot first name, user dot name. Okay, we don't this section also. See, it is all up to you how you want to design the profile page. Do share with me also how your design page looks like. And this is user.image. Okay, fine. So we'll have to implement these functions also. So let's come to this. Declare user of type any. You can specify a type, you can declare a class with user and everything. That's the next level. So but we'll start with user as any. Okay, now we want to fetch this information. Let's create another variable is logged in. I can fetch the value for is logged in from the authentication services that we created. Ideally that authentication services should have been part of this module, but we are not going to do it now, but later on. That's the way to do it. So let's create a simple variable of type boolean. Okay, and let's create a function, this dot get user detail. We'll have to implement this function get user function. If local storage dot get item current user. So if we have an item called current user in local storage, then if we have an item called current user local storage, then what do we want? We want to fetch that information. This dot user equals to json dot parse local storage dot get item current user. Okay, at the same time we would set this dot is logged in equals to true, and let's implement the function logout. So this, okay, local storage dot remove item current user, and this dot is logged in equals to false. Okay, let's see if it is working for us now. Okay, seems some error is there. Let's see what the error is. Okay, okay, it could not find this variable user of first name, user of last name. Fine, maybe what I can do is, I was thinking that this would give an error. It actually gave an error, so no problem. we'll do it this way. So far we have the information available. I have the bio visible. So this bio is not what we wanted, right? So user.bio bio. Okay, here also I can specify user.bio. Okay, okay guys, feel free to add what you want here, but this suffices the purpose for us. User dot first name is somehow not visible. Let's see, are we missing on anything? Let's go to the test component. In memory, yes, in memory data services. So our user ID is this first name. Oh, it's a typo. So again, this is not going to recompile because we are not relogging, so the local storage data will not be repopulated. So let's log out first. So sign out. Okay, sign out is not working. Okay, if I refresh, oh, so sign out is working, but we are not redirecting. So let's redirect after the sign out. So in the user dashboard components, let's include import router from Angular router. Okay, let's pass into constructor private router of type router, and here we want to use this router. So this dot router dot navigate, this dot router dot navigate, and we'll specify the URL home. Okay, so let's log in. Test 1 2 3, welcome. Okay, if I'll click on sign out, yes, it is signing out, it's moving to. Okay, but this component we have to fix yet. It is not yet fixed. So in order to fix this, we'll have to go to navigation. So let's go to navigation, but before going to navigation, let's update the profile icon component. So currently it is fixed, so let's replace this with profile image. And profile image, let's take this as an input. Okay, input, so @ input profile image of type string, because anyway it's going to just be the name. And let's get this information in the navigation component. So profile icon profile image equals to profile image. Let's declare this variable here in the navigation component of type string, and again we need to have some function to get this information. So let's create a function in under. Okay, similar to this function, let's create another function, get user or dot logout. Logged in is already there. Okay, get user. So if local storage dot, or maybe we can use, because at the time of initialization is logged in. Okay, this dot is logged in equals to this dot authentication service dot is logged in. Okay, so we can simply check if this dot is logged in, then this dot user this dot user equals to json dot parse local storage dot get item current user. This dot profile image equals to this dot user dot image. So let's declare this variable user also on the top, user of type any. So we are all set. So that means it is going to this dot user dot image. Okay, let's see. Okay, there is no icon because it is not able to fetch. Let's see what is going wrong. So we'll go to application and see under local. Okay, nobody is logged in. So we want a default image in case nobody is logged in. Okay, let's put an else condition, else this dot profile image equals to default user dot jpg. Okay, still nothing. User images. Okay, memory application. Okay, let's try by login. Okay, so okay, our entry condition is incorrect because if it is logged in only then it is, so this else block is not getting executed. So if user, okay, let's do this way. Okay, this dot user equals to if this dot user, अगर user है, if the user is available, then this profile is user dot image, otherwise user default dot user. Okay, should work now. Not yet. Okay, get user. Am I calling this get user function? No, we have not yet called this function. This dot get user. Okay. Yes, this is working. So we are getting the default image in case nobody is logged in. So let's try by login in. So if I click on this, it will ask you to log in. Yes, welcome. Yes, so it's logged in, but the image is not changing. So what if I refresh? Yes, after refreshing the image is changing, so we need something. We need something that would observe and change it as in when there is a change, because when we are going to implement an editor, that way we want something to be changed. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so what we can do is we can include observable of Rx. Let's implement an observable. I've already included this. If it is not there in your code, then you include observable of from Rx.js. Okay, and also, so we have various options, like we have at the time of initialization. Similarly, we have ng after, wait, what was that? Let's try by typing here. After content checked means everything is loaded and when there is a change. So let's implement this. Implements on in it, and after content change, let's include ng after content checked. Okay, so what we want is, so we want to create an observable out of this dot is logged in. So we'll monitor is logged in. If is logged in is true, if this dot is logged in dot subscribe okay of okay path dot is logged in. Okay, dot subscribe. Okay, I could have monitored the authentication function, the one that is there in the service, or I could have monitored this boolean value. Either way it would work. So dot subscribe, and what do you want to do? Nothing much. We only want to fetch the user again. This dot get user. So what you want is, we want to call this function every time there is a change. Okay, so this is done. Let's see if it is helping us. Okay, this is done. Let me log out. Okay, log out, changing it to default. Let's log in. Yes, it is working. So we completed part of the activity wherein we wanted the user profile dashboard to be implemented, and we cleared and learned a new concept of implementing feature modules. Feel free to decorate your profile page with all the CSS that you want, and that will be more vibrant, more helpful, looks more comfortable to whatever your need is. So this is it for this video. In the next video we are going to add a subscribe section, wherein once we click subscribe, it will open up a small pop-up window here on the bottom right corner, and wherein we can implement, and again we are going to use feature module for that purpose. So thank you for joining in. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll keep adding. Thank you for all the comments. Keep sharing and keep subscribing.